Melania Trump is trying this desperate new tactic in a bombshell Epstein lawsuit against her. That's right, there's an Epstein lawsuit against her that involves her name.
This is an update about my lawsuit against the First Lady of the United States. I think she's running from us. By suing her, we have the right to subpoena her and her husband.
Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein had this deep relationship. They knew everything about each other, and then they fell out with enormous acrimony. But for more than a decade, that's what they were doing.
Y'all, Melania Trump is being exposed for sleeping with Epstein way before she even met Trump. And according to them, Barron is not Trump's son at all, at least allegedly. And while everyone was looking at Trump for connections, it looks like Melania was the one behind it all. And now, Melania's name is suddenly popping up in a place the Trump family has spent years trying to keep sealed shut. This is about that one move that may have accidentally reopened questions nobody in that circle wanted anywhere near a courtroom. And before we even get into why this matters, we have to talk about how it all blew up, because this didn't start as gossip.
They've threatened and sued other people for related statements about Melania Trump's relationship with Epstein.
Back in October, journalist Michael Wolff got a letter from Melania Trump's legal team that basically said, "Retract what you've written about my connection to Jeffrey Epstein, apologize publicly, or get ready to be sued for up to $1 billion.
Several days ago, I was notified by lawyers for the First Lady that they intend to sue me for $1 billion for some of those statements.
But what happened next is where things went left. Instead of backing down, Wolff said, "Cool, I'll sue you first."
We will have subpoena power to call witnesses and to find out exactly what the relationship between Epstein and the Trumps was.
He filed a lawsuit in New York State court arguing that Melania wasn't protecting her reputation. She was trying to scare him into silence. According to his filing, the letter wasn't about truth or lies. It was about intimidation, especially around reporting tied to Epstein and the social circles Melania moved in before she ever met Donald Trump.
I'd like nothing better than to get Donald Trump and Melania Trump under oath in front of a court reporter and actually find out all of the details of their relationship with Epstein.
And this is where the story quietly changes lanes. Because Melania didn't fire back with that billion-dollar defamation suit. She didn't countersue. Instead, she rushed to move Wolff's case out of New York State court and into federal court, claiming she isn't actually a New York resident at all, but she lives in Florida. That might sound like boring legal stuff, and even Trump says it is.
I don't understand why the Jeffrey Epstein case would be of interest to anybody. It's pretty boring stuff. It's sordid, but it's boring. And I don't understand why it keeps going. I think, well, really only pretty bad people, including fake news, want to keep something like that going. But credible information, let them give it. Anything that's credible, I would say, let them have it.
But trust me, it's not. Because to pull that off, Melania would have to prove under oath that Florida is her real primary home. And if Wolff challenges that claim, he's allowed to request something called jurisdictional discovery. Translation, depositions, documents, travel records, and sworn testimony, all focused on one thing. Where does Melania actually live? And once someone's under oath, the questions don't stay surface level. So this is where Barron Trump comes into the picture. According to reporting from New York Daily News, there was a situation at Mar-a-Lago during Christmas where models attending events allegedly took discreet photos of Barron. Insiders later told gossip columnist Rob Shooter that Melania was not playing about it. The claim is that anyone caught snapping photos of Barron was warned they could be kicked out of Mar-a-Lago entirely and even banned as members. And it adds another layer to how protective Melania is when it comes to Barron. He's bounced between New York and Washington, D.C., taking NYU courses while reportedly wanting to stay closer to family. Melania is reported to spend most of her time with her son. So Wolff's team has claimed they tried to serve her legal papers in Florida, Washington, and even Mar-a-Lago, yet no luck. But Trump Tower in Manhattan? Different story. According to Wolf, security there confirmed that she lives in the building. So now the court has to sort out something very uncomfortable. Is Melania truly a Florida resident, or is New York where she actually lives? And to make things worse, because yes, it absolutely gets worse, proving residency isn't as easy as that. It means tax filings, voting records, driver's licenses, property declarations, flight logs, schedules. It means timelines. And timelines matter a lot when Jeffrey Epstein is involved. Wolf's reporting suggests she wasn't just casually aware of Epstein, but connected to the same modeling and social circles long before she met Donald Trump. Public reporting shows she worked with agencies and attended events where Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell were regular fixtures.
Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein had this deep relationship. They knew everything about each other, and then they fell out with enormous acrimony. But for more than a decade, that's what they were doing, and their obsession was women, girls, models. I can't make that point clear enough. It was models, supermodels, runway models, fashion models, catalog models, girls who just wanted to be models. The Trump model agency.
And this user asked the right question. Was Melania one of those models? Because according to Wolf, Trump knew all about it.
Trump knew about the girls, and he damn well did. I have seen the pictures of the girls, again, a dozen snapshots, 3 of which I vividly remember, 2 with topless girls sitting on Donald Trump's lap.
And one of Wolf's most explosive claims is that Melania may have known Epstein socially before she ever met Trump. That detail changes the entire narrative because it challenges the idea that her Epstein connection only existed through her husband. And once that idea is out there, the questions start stacking up fast. And then there's the rumor people whisper about but rarely say out loud: Barron Trump's paternity. To be clear, there's no real proof questioning Barron Trump's paternity. These rumors live almost entirely online and are driven by speculation, not actual facts. This is speculation fueled by timing, rumor, and conspiracy culture. But the reason it won't die is because legal timelines are now dragging Melania's pre-Trump years into the spotlight, especially when Melania threatened $1 billion lawsuit and never followed through. And just when it feels like the optics couldn't get messier, another Epstein-adjacent detail pops up. A new Melania documentary, reportedly worth around $40 million, is being directed by Brett Ratner, a filmmaker whose name appears in Epstein-related reporting. So now we're watching Melania Trump face a situation where her residence, her movements, and her past could be questioned under oath, all while Epstein-related conversations refuse to stay buried. And whether this case survives or gets tossed, one thing is already clear. This move didn't shut anything down. It reopened everything. Because once those questions start getting asked under oath, they don't stop just because someone wants them to.